All right, everyone. So this is the last one I'm gonna make for the night. um, this is gonna be, I don't know, maybe a long one, maybe not. Um, this gonna be something that I surprisingly haven't talked about on here yet. Um, but it's something that just really bothers me, and I have to talk about it because I have to get it out because I feel like I'm gonna fucking explode. And I didn't take any notes, so I'm just going from the top of my head, and my voice sounds like shit because it's the end of the day. I don't have any water. So yeah. Um, and basically this is gonna be about my last straw. Cause like I'm 26, I lived with my mom my whole life, and honestly, I don't have any issue with that. I have wanted to enjoy my 20s, and I have. I've had a lot of fun. I've done pretty much where the fuck I wanted to. Um, Not like everything, like career wise, because I've lived with her, and I've helped her a lot with like her kids and everything, my siblings. So I mean, yeah, but I mean, for the most part, I've done what I wanted to do. Um, and as I'm going to my late 20s, it's just like, and I really have no issues with being here. I really don't care. Um, because like I know I know where like I'm going in life. Like I'm gonna be fine. I know what I'm doing. It's okay. Um, but it's like what has been going on the past few years has really just made me realize how I'm just done. I'm done. And like just all her weirdness, like oh my god, like I'm gonna go like all over the place. So be aware of that. First of all, um, and I do still wonder what made her break up with my dad like indefinitely, because she's kicked him out so many times, and then like 3 years ago, or almost 3 4 years ago, she kicked him out like for real for, and they've been split up for like 3 years or something. Um, I wonder what her last straw was. I don't know, like cheating and drugs, beating your kids, whatever. I guess that wasn't enough. I don't know what it was. Um, but I don't know. I guess it's because she found other guys she wanted to be with. I don't know. Although I don't really think that. I don't know why she wouldn't just cheat on him. I don't think it's like above her or anything. I'm sorry if I'm being rude, but I'm just being honest. Um, but uh, God, I'm horrible. I don't really care. These are my unfiltered feelings and thoughts, and I'm not gonna apologize for it because she calls me every name and talks about me horrible. So I'm not gonna fucking apologize for saying the fucking truth. Or saying honestly whatever the fuck I want to say. Um, but I mean, so she broke up with him, broke with my dad, and then we were in this house, and not this house. We were in one house, and she was like never there. And this was when I first started running up one of my credit cards, which was like the first credit card I ever got. Um, because she was not putting food in the house. It was me and my three other siblings in the house, and there was no food in the house, and I had to provide food. Like I was the only one there. Um, so yeah. Um, and yeah, and at the same time, like she was with this other dude, and she was like we would see the receipts, and which is crazy. But my parents were just fucking crazy, and like one would track one's receipts, and you know how that goes. And she would be buying his kids clothes and buying his kids food, and we'd be at the house fucking starving all day. We'd be at the house starving, and she'd be buying his kids food and all of that. So yeah, and I was the main person. I was the only person there because my dad. Well, this was right before um he left. And like right after, so like right that in between spot. Um, but he wasn't. There was nothing there. There was no food in the house. So yeah, I had to feed them somehow. So that's what I did. And then we got evicted from there. The first eviction. Okay, then let's go to the other house, which is when she was with another guy. And there was no food either. So I'm still running up this credit card. Keep that in mind this whole time. And I had a very small amount in savings, so I was able to pay the like $20 monthly payment. because I had been saving up money since I was like 16 in like my PayPal account. And the credit I'm talking about is a PayPal credit. Um, so I was able to do this. I was able to feed them, and yeah, and be able to pay that every month. Yeah, second house, no food in the house again, and um, I was like, just fuck this, I'm done. No food in the house, and she was selling drugs, and there's no food in the house, and selling drugs, buying drugs, doing drugs with her boyfriend. Um, and also, I don't think I've said this before, but I get SSI, I get disability, and she was still getting it at this point. And the final straw for that for me was her buying drugs and selling drugs and doing drugs and having drug people at the fucking house around your kids. Um, that was it at that point, and I still wasn't ready to leave, so I got an Uber and I went and became my own payee. So I've been getting my own check for 2, 3 years, 2 years, something like that now. Has it been 2 years? Something like that. Um, and that was, oh my god, that was such a mess. She was so mad, but I didn't tell. I was like, I didn't say anything. I was like, well, you know what? Oh well, oops. I'm an adult. I was like 24 at the time. Yeah, and I'm 26, so it's been like 2 years. So yeah. Um, and yeah, my final straw was her buying drugs and then being no food in the house. I should have done that years ago. I should have done that when I was fucking 18, but I was too scared. I don't know, I was just too scared to. But then it got to the point there was no food in the house, but you were out all the time doing drugs, buying drugs, selling drugs, you know. And I was just like, no, you cannot use my money for. I mean, it's not even mine; it's government for that. Like, are you fucking crazy? And then we got evicted again. So let's just go and put that out there. Oh, and at that house, I didn't even have a bedroom. I was sleeping on the couch. Um, Still getting her kids to school, still cooking, cleaning, all of that. And I also want to know, like, I'm not complaining about that. I'm a fucking adult. I could have left when I was fucking 18. I can leave at any time. It's my choice to do this. This whole time has been my choice. So I'm not putting any blame on her like that. It's all my choice. I'm taking full responsibility for my actions in this. Um, However, you think when you do things for someone, you get like given a fuck about. But that's like in my other diary entry that I did prior to this, I said, you know what, I guess I shouldn't expect that from her, even if she is my mother. I shouldn't expect love and support from her. Um, but yeah, getting evicted for the second time. Um, Horrible. There was no water in the house. The utilities got cut off. Um, so yeah, we had to move out of the house with no air, and it was, oh my god, it was horrible. There was no air in the house. We couldn't flush the toilet. We had to use a bucket of water to flush the toilet. Um, it was it was terrible. Um, so yeah, then there's the third house. Um, and that was a mess because it was in my dad's name, and he made an agreement with her, or supposedly, allegedly, I don't know, to where he would pay the rent. And yeah, and he didn't. He didn't for a while. And every other month, we'd have a letter in the mail saying, "Oh, you're gonna get evicted if you don't pay the rent. You're gonna get evicted if you don't pay the rent." So he wasn't paying the rent on and off, over again, over and over again. You know, yeah. um, and um, then she's got yeah, we're gonna go ahead and go into her drug conviction. Um, she got arrested for having fake Xanax and like weed or something. Um, so yeah, that happened. Um, and like in between, I don't. Oh God, I'm trying to remember. And mind you, her boyfriend that she's with is super abusive. Hits her, calls her all types of names, terrible to her. Um, all of that, Um, and also at this house, um, I doubt it was the first time. It's never the first time when you hear it's the first time. First time I had to call the police because he was threatening to kill her or trying to kill her. And I have personally called the police on him like 3, 4 times at this point because he's trying to kill her. Um, Yeah, at this point, it was just like one time that I knew of, but I knew it was still happening. Like, I'm not a fucking idiot. You know, every one time they tell you, there's like five more times that they don't tell you about. So, yeah. Um, so yeah, and then we got evicted from that house, and it was a full eviction. Like they came and threw our shit out and everything. And that was traumatizing. It's very traumatizing. Um, so that happened. Um, and then um, let's see, it was like that was like February last year. February 2020 when we got evicted. And then we were like in and out of like two, three hotels, and then we finally settled in one like efficiency. And then in May, I think it was yeah, I met my brother. My brother got into a motorcycle accident. Um, and you know, just going on this point, like we're technically homeless. We're in a efficiency. Um, you know, throughout this whole time she's with her boyfriend, who's trying to kill her, who's hitting her, who's abusive towards her. Um, so yeah, there's that. Him in and out of jail constantly. Um, doing drugs. Her doing drugs. Act like she's not doing drugs. Like okay, like I'm a fucking idiot. Like I don't know. Um, this video is gonna be long because I'm just gonna go through the whole timeline of the past few years because that's just what I'm in the mood to do. Um, so yeah, that happened. Um, fuck. God, how long is this? Can I see how long this is on Audacity? Okay, I can't see how long it is, so I don't know. But whatever. I'm just gonna go through. Well, no, actually, you know what? I'm gonna go to part two. So hold on.